90 Day, The Single Life. Star Kim Menzies reveals she placed 2 children for adoption over 30 years ago. Her son Jamal responds, "This was even more surprising than the time you told me you were dating a Nigerian rapper, Mom." Kim Menzies is opening up about her past on the new season of 90 Day, The Single Life. During Monday's Season 5 premiere, fans were reintroduced to Kim, who made her 90 Day Fiancé debut on Season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days with then-fiancé Usman Umar aka Soulja Boy of Nigeria. On the new season of The Single Life, Kim finds herself back on the dating scene in San Diego with the support of her son and former Single Life star, Jamal Menzies. However, before she could try her hand at finding love again, Kim had a secret to get off her chest. "I've been carrying a really big secret for about 30 years, Kim said at the end of this week's episode. "Jamal is not my only child. Jamal's dad and I were never married. We were together for 7.5 years. We were in the military together and he was just cheating all the time. It was just like every day, there was a different girl. When I got pregnant with my first son, Larry, the first thing his dad said was, 'Abort it,' and I just couldn't do that," she continued. "But I was only 21 years old. I couldn't imagine being a single mom. I was not mentally ready. I was starting my military career. I was just not ready. So I decided to put my son up for adoption." Kim went on to tell viewers that she had kept this secret hidden from 28-year-old Jamal until last year when Larry found their contacts via an ancestry website. "I've hid things from Jamal for so long that when I told him, it just devastated him," she said. Jamal opened up during the episode about the lack of trust he has with his mom after finding out what she had been hiding for him for so long, even telling her he that didn't think she would have told him had it not been for Larry coming forward. "I just didn't know how to say it," Kim told Jamal. "It's always been me and you, me and you, me and you, and I finally got our relationship to where I've always wanted it to be, so it was better for me to just keep this big, dark secret. I felt in my head, I was just trying to protect myself and then trying to protect you, too. That's the complete truth. I just didn't know how to handle this at all." In a confessional, Jamal told viewers he initially thought his mom was making a joke, though when he realized she was telling the truth, he became just really pissed off. "I'm like, how could my own mom look me in the eyes when she knows I have a whole F-king brother?" Jamal said. "That's not even something I've thought about forgiving yet, 'cause I just don't know who would do that. I don't know, I feel like your mom's the person you're supposed to trust only. Like, if you can't trust anyone else, you can trust her. But now it's like, wow, I can't trust anyone in the world anymore. I'm so relieved because he was such a good man," she said. "I don't know how he would have turned out if I would have kept him. It makes me feel certain that I did the right thing." Kim said she invited Larry to come out to San Diego to see where she's from, but also so that she could have another hard conversation with him. "Larry wasn't the only child I put up for adoption," an emotional Kim revealed. "I also had a daughter." After Monday's episode aired, Kim shared a photo of herself and Larry to Instagram, while giving fans an update on their relationship, which she said is growing and improving every day. "We are forever grateful to his adoptive mom and family. They gave him a life I couldn't have, and because of them, he grew into the amazing man he is today," she wrote. As for the second child she placed for adoption, Kim promised fans she'd post about her another day. "We are taking everything day by day," she added. Kim also shared that it has been incredibly freeing to finally tell her story, despite having some regrets regarding the way she chose to do it. "I didn't handle this journey perfectly with Jamal or Larry, and that's something I will always regret, but growth often comes with hard truths," Kim wrote. "I am deeply thankful for Jamal, Larry, my family and my newfound family, especially my mom as she was there every step of the way, and my circle of friends for the love and support they gave me as I found the courage to tell my story. I'm not asking for anyone to understand, only for grace," she continued. "My life hasn't been easy, sometimes by my own choices and sometimes at the hands of others, but I've learned how strong and resilient I truly am. Today, I live free of my past. Thank you to everyone who has stood by me." Later on, Kim returned to social media to thank those who had reached out to her with their own adoption stories, claiming she was extremely moved by the messages and comments she received and planned to respond to fans soon. "Thanks for being so understanding and for the love," Kim added. Jamal has yet to respond to Kim's latest social media post, nor has he liked her post as of press time. New episodes of 90 Day, The Single Life, air Mondays on TLC. Related story: 90 Day Fiancé. Star Liz Woods reveals doctors found another cancerous mass on her ovaries. It's heartbreaking. Photos. TLC, Instagram. 2 votes. Related. 90 Day Fiancé. Star Angela Dean goes on bizarre rant, blasts Kimberly Menzies as two-faced, and declares herself the queen of TLC. May 10, 2024. In 90 Day Fiancé. Domestic violence and assault charges against 90 Day Fiancé, star Veronica Rodriguez and fiancé Seth Daryush for dismissed. January 13, 2026. In 90 Day Fiancé. TLC announces new season of 90 Day, The Single Life. Meet the 8 returning singles and watch the Season 5 trailer. January 16, 2026. In 90 Day Fiancé. 90 Day Fiancé. 90 Day Fiancé News. 90 Day Fiancé Spin-offs. 90 Day, The Single Life. 90 Day, The Single Life Season 5, Adoption, Jamal Menzies, Kim Menzies, Parenting, Reality TV News, TLC, TLC shows. 6 responses. Vincent Moreno says. February 13, 2026 at 12:44 p.m. Oh, rate this. It's one thing to have found your biological family with curiosity of who, what they look like and the reason of why. I am now 63 years old and found my biological mother about 20 years ago. I was the middle of 5 children, all boys. The 2 oldest by one father and the 2 youngest by another father. When my oldest brother, who is now deceased, found out, he didn't want to accept the fact. He later, about after 6 months, came around and told me his reason of why, that was seeing so many children getting adopted on TV shows. At that time was Oprah daytime talk show, and never thought it could happen in his own family. That was if mom had us together. How was this she couldn't make it with you, all of us together? Now she is deceased, she never to tell me about my real father, or she just made up the fact he was in the service and his name was Charles Bennett and lived at that time when I was born in San Diego, California. Well, much love to you and the whole family, and everything comes out with positive outcome and you can all move and reunite with much love. Reply. C8H10N402 says. February 12, 2026 at 9:26 a.m. 60 rate this. She needs to sit Tyler and Caitlyn down for a little talk, I think. Reply. Patty says. February 12, 2026 at 5:26 a.m. 80 rate this. I think it is great what you did for first son, as you said he had a life that you could not give him at that time, and now he is a productive member of society and had a great family and upbringing. Kudos to all of you. I hope Larry and Jamal end up having a great relationship, as there is nothing like having a sibling, or 2 or 3 etc. Xox. Reply. Soulmate du jour says. February 11, 2026 at 7:44 p.m. 52 rate this. Such a wonderful thing that she gave them life and placed them with wonderful families rather than the alternative. She should not, however, have lied to Jamal about it. I personally experienced a shocking DNA revelation which my mother had never told me about, and it is a very emotionally hurtful experience. Reply. Ambi says. February 11, 2026 at 2:58 p.m. 110 rate this. With the DNA tests it's hard to keep these secrets. I've known families that meet people all the time like this due to those tests. Reply. Lucky says. February 11, 2026 at 2:41 p.m. 112 rate this. Jamal. Your mom Kim was in a better place when she had you. She made very hard choices of having children she cannot support and wanted them well cared for. She has a big heart. Reply. Leave a reply. Your email address will not be published. Required fields are marked. Comment *name.